I am Mark Goodwin. I am equal parts education. I've said a couple of times now about making school work and school working, and this can be a difficult sell for some kids. For a lot of kids, they don't see the meaning, and they haven't found their purpose in school. Um, and that's a fact. That's not a judgment on schools. That's a fact with a large portion of kids, and particularly the kids that are excluded from school. They've lost their meaning. They've perhaps never found their purpose, and helping them to connect to that, helping them to make school work can be just a practical exercise in showing them what school all about, reminding them what school all about. Now, I think there's two ways of doing this. One is to talk about meaning and purpose and find out what it is that they really want to do. This can take ages. It can take a long time to peel away the layers, peel away the masks that the kids create around themselves, the masks of disconnection, the layers of disconnection. But if you can get, well, what is it that really drives that kid? What is it that they're really passionate about? um, Animals, caring for people, building things. They will have something that they've maybe very effectively disguised or forgotten that they can really see themselves doing and they want to do in the future. Schools it's more difficult in school to feed that passion, but you can start to remind them that it is possible. That passion, making that passion their job, is far more likely if they complete school with some GCSEs, if they get onto an apprenticeship, a college. There are still these paths and avenues that kids can pursue, and it gives school a purpose. It gives school a meaning. It helps you to say, that's why you want school to work. The amount of times I have this conversation, that's why school is a means to an end. That is where you want to be. You want to be on that apprenticeship. You want to be in that sixth form. You want to be on that college course. And that's why you're going to give school your best shot. That's why you're going to go into that maths lesson. That's why you're going to work on that relationship with that teacher. That's why you're going to remind yourself of actually how smart you are. It's making school sound like it has meaning and purpose for them. Now, I've had to learn that loads of kids are motivated by money, and it's a fact of 21st century life. Kids are motivated by money, and when you put some figures on the table to them, it sometimes acts as a prompt and a reminder about what school can actually provide for them. And if you talk about the increased earnings, the more qualifications you have, sometimes get a response from certain kids that they will think, right, okay, my hourly rate might be significantly more if I'm on a level 3 course, if I'm on a level 2 course, if I go to college as opposed to just getting GCSEs. For some kids, that's enough to pique their interest, and they become more accepting and willing to work at school. But you can have more detailed and complex conversations about the earnings of degree level qualifications, the earnings of higher education, and what that provides for you. Now, personally, as a teacher, I would hope that they see the value of learning in itself, and the value of staying in education. But sometimes you can talk hard, commercial, hard money, real dollar. Kids like to talk about how much they're going to earn and what they're going to earn, and painting a more realistic picture about it, and how there's a link for most people, not footballers, not celebrities, but we're talking about real people who earn money, and how those earnings might be increased if they're as the qualifications, the more qualifications you have. So sometimes it making school relevant, challenging the resistance to kids, making school work, which I've said. One of the statements that I use is about educational value, the value of education. I call it the $1 million, the £1 million question.